How many of you have used a mobile phone while driving? Road safety campaigners are warning that in 2015, using a phone at the wheel will become a bigger killer on the road than drink driving. And according to ROSPA, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents, a driver using a mobile phone while driving is 4 times more likely to crash. But still a lot of people do it. And I wanted to see just how much it affects concentration and driving ability. So I set up a little experiment. Well, I'm here at DriveSafe with Chris Weaver, their chief driving instructor. Chris, you're on the road probably most of the day. How big a problem are people using telephones while driving?
On a daily basis, I see it quite a lot, to be quite honest. I probably see 3 to 4 times a day.
What's the worst thing that you've seen involving texting and driving?
Horrendous things happen, such as people pulling out on me because they're too busy with the text. I've seen people swerving. I've seen someone on a zebra crossing nearly get knocked over. It's a big problem. It's a big problem.
What do you think can be done to help prevent this use of phones while driving?
I would say more awareness, but I think people are very aware of it. They just turn a blind eye to it, and they don't think it's them that's going to have the accident. They don't think it's them that's going to be in trouble if they get caught. I personally think higher fines. I think something like a £500 or £1,000 fine and 6 points on your licence would pretty much curb most of it, I would say, at a guess.
What about the people you teach? What do you tell them about using phones?
I do point them towards our website, which has a safety video section on it, and also our Facebook site, which has quite a hit-home video of somebody texting and what the results of it are. Driving attitude really is a big part of it. You know, is that text message really that important that you can't wait 30 seconds to pull over safely by the side of the road and then reply to it? I don't know.
Chris, thank you very much. Now, this is the off-road driving course, and I'm going to do a bit of an experiment now. Chris has set up, as you can probably see, a course using some cones. I'm going to drive it for the first time, concentrating fully, and then I'm going to drive it again, but using my phone at the same time. Let's see how I get on. Now, on the face of it, it looks a fairly easy course. It's a slalom course that's been set up, but I don't need to take it at any speed. Sharp right through this pair of cones. It's really not very taxing at all.
As we can see, Blair's got full control of the car there because he's using all of his concentration on actually controlling the vehicle.
It really has been not a lot of bother at all. But as I say, what'll happen when I've got a phone in my hand, well, we'll find out. So here I am at the start of the course. Again, the same slalom course, we've not moved a thing.
I'm now sending Blair the text to see what adverse effects that may have with his control of the car.
This time I'm expecting a text from Chris, and there it is. Now what I'm going to do is obviously read that text and then have to reply to it as I'm driving along. So let's just get that up as the text comes in, and off I go. Right, the text says, "Where shall we meet tomorrow and what time from Chris?" Okay, so I need to reply instantly. I'm having to do so many different things at the same time here.
Blair's looking down at his phone, steering with one hand by palming the steering wheel. When you're driving at 30 miles per hour, you may well find that you'll be drifting. And drifting across to the pavement could have some catastrophic events, such as mounting the pavement or bouncing off the curb and going across the other side of the carriageway.
Cleethorpes pier. I've slowed right down. I didn't see where that cone was. Pier at 3 o'clock. Okay, right, there we are. I've just sent it. I've slowed right down. The steering is terrible. Send that, and then finally through the cones at the top. It was really difficult to do. This is in a safe off-road environment, as we've already explained, where I suppose you can use one of these if you really want to while you're driving, but you go on the road and you combine this with pedestrians, with cyclists and other motorists, you could have a recipe for disaster. And the thing is, it's that recipe for disaster that all too often claims lives. And at the worst, so many people are injured on our roads every year just because of these. Many see these as a lifeline. Not many see these as a lethal weapon. So maybe next time your phone bleeps at you and tells you there's a text message coming, you'll think twice before replying.